Hey guys, we are back with a Dokkan video and Goku and Frieza getting their EZA. That was announced in V-Jump, and now we actually have the official details over here. Over on Twitter, they announced that, here's the EZA details, and they gave us all the information. So we have leader skill, passive, and then both the 12 and 18 key super attack effects are updated here. So yeah, and also just one more thing to clarify before we get into the actual details itself is that this is confirmed to be an Extreme Z battle event, not an Extreme Z area. So this is going to be a traditional EZA. There's no information as of right now on if there's going to be like a banner featuring this unit on it, but I assume because the fact that they're giving them an EZA, it means they're going to have to provide some sort of way to obtain them more easily than the current top legendary summon banner. So I mean, I expect there to be like an 8 featured legendary summon banner for this unit coming out, similar to what they did, I think, for who they do it for? I think it was for like the Trunks and Mai unit or something like that. Some unit that returned recently that had an 8 featured LR banner. That's probably what I'm expecting them to do for this unit, just to make it easier for people to obtain them. But regardless, here we go. I have the translations pulled up here that I did. Here we go. Goku and Frieza Final Form Angel, leader skill, and I have the old leader skill, the old information alongside the new information. New information is bolded, so it's easier for you guys to see. So the leader skill didn't really change that much, but it goes from 90% to 120% in terms of the secondary portion, so tech types get an extra 30% to stats, which means that if you run this guy as a leader, there's a unit that a lot of people like to run with this unit. Let me see if I can actually pull up this real quick. I should have had this pulled up beforehand, but the Tech Tien, where is he? Right here. So Tech Tien is a unit that people like to run alongside Goku and Frieza because they both share over to Flash, solid support, which is pretty solid, as well as Tien changing key spheres because it makes it a lot easier for this unit to super attack. After the link level update, you can't really put this unit in the slot 2 on like a Universe 7 team and have them be at max key, just because they don't get the double key from the link anymore, the turn of power, and all the other links that they have, shocking speed over to Flash. So Tien really does help them a lot in terms of getting them their 24 key every single turn, and then obviously the 50% support he provides. He lowers attack, and now he is also providing the solid support. Well, we can get to why that's important, but him getting the extra 30% stats is also pretty important, because back with the 90% stats of this guy, he was getting hit very hard in difficult modes, so it wasn't really viable to run him there. But the super attack effects, pretty much the same. The only thing they get is they get raises defense for 1 turn on both, which is actually really important. So I believe that's a 30% defense increase for 1 turn, which means that if this unit is attacking with a 200,000 defense, well, close to a 200,000, around a 200,000 defensive stat, they're going to be getting like 66,000 extra defense on a 12 and 18 key super attack. So they're going to be pretty good defensively. But other than that, they are both the effects are the same, so nothing super crazy. Like they're not getting like greatly raised defense or anything like that, but you know, it is 1 turn raise for normal defense, which is fine. Here's the passive. So this is obviously what people are looking at here. So their old passive was attack and defense plus 77% when attacking. That remains the same. Second part, this is what I would consider probably the biggest change that they made to this unit. An additional attack plus 77% when performing ultra super attack is what it used to be. Now it's an additional attack and defense plus 77% when performing ultra super attack. You have to keep in mind like how much that's going to actually amplify their defense. Like, I think even if you take into consideration how much defense they have now before the EZA, I mean, it's not like they're bad defensively. They're still going to be sitting at like 160-ish K defense, I would say, or maybe a little bit higher than that, 160 to 180 K defense after supering without a support unit. But like, now with this additional 77% boost to defense in combination with the raising defense on 1 turn for both 18 and 12 key super attacks, I mean, this unit's going to be sitting at like 300 to 400k defense on 18 key super attack. Like, again, the only thing that's negative about this is the fact that they have to actually attack first before they get their defense buffs. But that's really not that big of an issue, considering when we take a look what they did in the second part of their passive. So what it used to be was they got an additional attack plus 77% when the target enemy is in attack down status. So the target enemy had to be in attack down status, which As you guys might know, a lot of events in the game are immune to having their attack lowered because it's a really powerful effect, and they don't want you just cheesing events using that ability. So what they did was they did plus an additional attack plus 77% when the target enemy is in attack down, defense down, stunned, or sealed status. So as long as the target enemy is in one of these statuses, so attack down, defense down, stunned, or sealed, this unit is going to be getting their third 77% attack buff. That's just going to make it way easier for them to actually get that active. And one other thing I do want to point out as well, what I just talked about with this Tech TN, is that solid support link. Attack plus 10% and enemy's defense minus 15%. The fact that they can have that link active, and any unit in the game that has that link active on rotation with this Goku and Frieza unit is going to be able to activate this passive for them because of the fact that they now only require the enemy being in defense down status. So it's very similar to how LR Jiren and the STR Topo work together, because STR Topo LR Jiren requires an enemy is in, like, I think it's either attack or defense down status for him to get super effective against all types. And Topo linking up with Jiren, Topo provides the defense down to the enemy on his passive, which triggers that portion. And this is very similar. Any link, any unit that provides the solid support link with Goku and Frieza is going to trigger this defense down on the enemy. So yeah, there's a lot of options there now. Stunned and sealed is also fine. I mean, it's not like super important, but the big one is defense down. And the last thing they did was, I honestly would argue that they didn't really need this, but here we go. Key plus 1 at the start of every turn, up to a max of key plus 7. So like I was talking about earlier, the fact that they can no longer benefit from the double key link from being in slot 2. So, you know, they have over in a flash, shocking speed, and turn on power. They can't benefit from getting two of all of those links active at the same time. So they, you know, after the link level update has come out, they sort of struggle a little bit for key, but this is going to make it so that if you're in a longer type of event, or maybe even, you know, turn 3, if you have them on rotation twice, they're getting an extra 1, 2, 3 key every single time they're coming on rotation. So if you make it to like turn 6 or something like that, they can be getting an extra 3 key, which is just something that they're getting for free. So that's pretty good. It's not crazy good, but, you know, in longer events, it could actually be very noticeable. The last thing I do want to quickly mention before we wrap up the video is the fact that with the addition of all the new LRs that came out on JP, namely the new Universe 7 and Android 17 unit, as well as the LR 17 and Frieza, and we could even throw in this 17 as well, because this guy's eventually going to get an EZA too. These guys all share like a 5-link package with each other. You know, this is solid support, shocking speed, turn of power, fierce battle, legendary power. There's an entire team you can build just using these 5 links. So this unit has that 5-link package, this unit has that 5-link package, and then you could go down the list. I mean, I think 17 also has that 5-link package, the physical 17. Actually, no, he doesn't. He has solid support and shocking speed. He doesn't have over in a flash, but he has 4 of those links. Then I know like the Gohan and Piccolo have some of those links too. Yeah, solid support. Oh, they have solid support. They don't have the other ones, but they have turn of power. What else? Let me just pull them up real quick. These Frieza and Gohan. Shocking speed, turn of power, over in a flash, but the main ones are these 2 LRs that just came out. The 5-link package that they have together, and they share with Goku and Frieza. So you could actually run, well, now I think with the update to this unit as a leader is probably optimal, but you could also choose to run a leader, or a team with this guy as the leader, because he does have 4 key in his leader skill, which makes it easier just for all these LRs to super and stuff like that. But I think you just run this guy's leader now. He's just too good not to run. You're going to always have his full passive active, I think. I mean, yeah, you're always going to have this active. As long as you're getting his 18 key super attack, you're always going to have the second part active. And then the third part, I mean, as long as you have solid support active, turn 1, this unit's going to be hitting for like 10 million. And then he's going to have like 350k defense. So, I don't know. I feel like they designed these 2 LRs that just came out around being good partners with LR Goku and Frieza because of the fact that they have that 5-link package. Both of them do. And then obviously, you know, this Goku or not Goku, this Frieza and Gohan work really well with them as well. And then 17, the physical 17 works well with them. I mean, honestly, the whole team works pretty seamlessly because of the fact that they all have turn of power already. But if you wanted to go even more, I would say, you know, this guy, even though this guy isn't by himself isn't really that great, they work really well with Goku and Frieza, and so same thing with this guy. This guy is really good. I think this guy providing the extra defense on Super Attack as well. If you want to put this guy in slot 1, and then you have Goku and Frieza in slot 2, Goku and Frieza after supering, if this guy also supers, like they're gonna be at like over 400k defense or something. So like they actually can't be hurt at all. Things get crazy. Like it's actually just like power creep has definitely taken off a lot since this anniversary came out, but. That is pretty much everything I had here. Let me know down below what you guys think about this EZA. I think they're really good. I really did not think they would buff them this much at all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.